If you or a loved one gets arrested in Arizona, you may be wondering how to bail them out of jail. The process of bailing someone out of jail can be confusing and frustrating. You may not know where to start or who to turn to for help. We're here to help. Our guide will walk you through the entire process of bailing someone out of jail in Arizona, from start to finish. We'll provide information on the different types of bail bonds, the costs involved, and the steps you need to take to get your loved one released from jail. Let's get started. Before we get into the specifics of bailing someone out of jail in Arizona, it's important to understand how bail works. When a person is arrested, they are taken to a local jail where they will be held until their court date. In most cases, the person will have the opportunity to post bail, which is an amount of money that allows them to be released from jail until their court date. Depending on the case, the bail amount can be significant. If you or a loved one doesn't have the money to pay the full bail amount, there are still options available. A friend or family member can work with a bail bondsman to get the defendant released from jail. In Arizona, you generally have to pay a 10% bail bond fee for all bonds written by a bondsman. However, exceptions may exist for low-income individuals and those accused of committing smaller crimes. Now that you have a basic understanding of how bail works, let's take a look at the different types of bail bonds available in Arizona. There are 4 main types of bail in Arizona. Ulmercognizance. The defendant is released from jail on their own recognizance, without having to post bail. This usually happens when the crime is minor and the defendant is not considered a flight risk. Cash bail. The defendant or a friend or family member posts the full bail amount in cash to the court. The money is then returned to the person who posted bail after the defendant attends all required court appearances. Arizona pretrial services. The defendant is placed on an ankle monitor and must adhere to certain conditions, such as a curfew or drug testing. The defendant may also be required to check in regularly with a pretrial services officer. Third-party release. A third party, such as a friend or family member, agrees to take responsibility for the defendant and ensure they appear for all required court appearances. Now that you know the different types of bail available in Arizona, let's take a look at how to post bail for a loved one. If you want to bail a loved one out of jail in Arizona, there are a few steps you'll need to take. First, you'll need to contact a bail bondsman. Hiring the right bail bondsman is crucial to making sure the process goes smoothly. Look for a bail bondsman who is licensed in Arizona and has plenty of experience. You can check the Arizona Department of Insurance website to verify that a bail bondsman is licensed in the state. Once you've found a reputable bail bondsman, you'll need to provide them with some information about the defendant and the case. The bail bondsman will then write a bond for the full bail amount and post it with the court. In most cases, you'll be required to pay a 10% bail bond fee. However, there may be exceptions for low-income individuals and those accused of committing smaller crimes. After the bond has been posted, the defendant will be released from jail. If a defendant who has been released on bail neglects to appear at a scheduled court proceeding, they will lose whatever amount of bail money they paid. Additionally, the court will issue a warrant for anyone who doesn't appear. They may also have to face an additional criminal charge of failure to appear. If you need help posting bail for a loved one in Arizona, contact the experienced team at Didn't Do It Bail Bonds. We're here to help you navigate the bail process and get your loved one out of jail as quickly as possible. Give us a call now at 602-626-5214 to get started.